Good morning and sliding into afternoon. Nana here, also known as Judy Allen in San Antonio, Texas. And I don't know about you, but it's hot here and we're on another day of excessive heat warnings, right? Because it might be 99 degrees, but the heat index is like 108, 109 degrees, right? So we're staying in air conditioning. And it's a great time to create, right? So today we're just going to make it simple and dreamy, and let's see what we're going to do. All right, we're going to be using some of our leftovers. So let's go down the hands and let's do this, right? So here's some of the things we've already created. This is what we did last week, which is home decor. And I've already decided this is going to have faith, hope, and love in it. And I have a favorite scripture that's going to go down here, and some that's going to go there. So you'll just have to wait until I finish up over the weekend to see what it's going to look like. And these are the items that we've already made, the cards we've already made. And this is a shaker card we made, and I think I'm going to make another shaker card because I really like shaker cards. All right. And the other thing I was thinking as I was getting ready today was this is what I did for my adventure club. And I was thinking, wow, we could sit up and take this kit here and make a treat box. So stay tuned for next Friday, and we'll make a treat box, okay? I'm busy doing tutorials right now, so that's what that's all about. All right, so let me show you what we have left over today we're going to work with here. So this is a leftover piece of a card base where we use the white part here, part of it, and then this is what's left over. So we're going to have to add some cardstock. And this was a leftover piece from the inside of the shaker card. So that's why I tell you, see here? I tell you not to throw things away because you can use them. We're going to use this today, okay? So let me trim this off here. And I already have my basic white handy. And I'm actually just going to cut on the line here so you'll see that there is a score line that they already did. Okay, all we're going to do is just cut on that same score line so there's no white left on it, okay? And my score, something just fell off of this. Put it right back in. That is my scorer. And I'm just going to take this here and we're just going to put it straight onto basic white. Alright, so all we're going to do is fold it in half right here. And I just run my finger down. You can use your bone folder or anything else to come back and get that really nice, and if you want to eat more than that. And all we're going to do is take it and put it right slapped on top of here. Okay? Now, one thing I didn't do this time that I usually do is I dissect envelopes. So I used part of the envelope today to cut some flowers out, but you can see how it looks just like the cardstock. So we could easily use this leftover piece stuff in the envelope, right? So I'm going to go ahead and use this. I'm not going to do little glue dots. I'm just going to use my tape runner here, my stamp and seal. Could use liquid glue, right? I use whatever's handy, right? So whatever is in my proximity or wherever my hand reaches out, lots of times that's what I grab. So, yes. So I'm indifferent, right? So it just depends what I'm working on, right? Somebody says, which do you prefer? Well, it just depends what I'm working on, right? If I'm going to, like I was making that treat box, and I had embossed something. Well, when I emboss something like this here, right, because it's got all the different ups and downs, I use liquid glue to glue it down, right? And plus it's a treat box. So I don't want somebody to actually pull the lid off the treat box and get the treat box. Okay, this one here, this is how it opens here, but I'm going to do mine landscape mode, right? So I have two choices here, and I like both. So if you're out there, let me know. So just keeping it simple and dreamy today. See how dreamy that is? So I have options. I can either take this here, cut it in half, and put some on each side, which I think that would look very nice. I might end up doing that because the other option would be is to do it just like this here. I'd cut this off a little bit here to square it off and give a little bit pink around it, and we could do that as well too, right? Either way would work very nicely, right? So earlier today I was leaning toward this, but now that I'm live, I'm leaning to this. So I could just get my cutter back out and do this trimmer, but I'm just going to go ahead since I'm right here and I got my handy little scissors here. All this is going to be hidden, right? It's going to be hidden. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to just adhere it right here on the side. Just trying to think. So you have to think, right? So how much depth do you want? So like we've done before. It's all about, just take my dimensionals and say, hey, so do I want it looking like that? Which is a possibility. Or do we want to reverse it, put that down flat, and put it like right there? That's nice too. Or there's even a third choice. Always like choices, right? Alright, I'm just grabbing on my scrap pieces so you can get a height look there for you. Or this would be doing dimensionals twice, right? So this is just a simple, dreamy looking card, and we're going to take our time. So there's the other option to have it look so it's all sort of stacked and layered. You can see where I put dimensionals there just so we can get a look of how that would look. Actually, I sort of like that right there, okay? So let's do this. We've already cut it in half. And I'm going to go ahead, and all I'm going to do is put some dimensionals. We're going to eyeball it, right? So we know it's going to be about right here. We know that we want this to be on the same side, right? You can flip it over too, but I was just sort of getting my white on white there so I can get a look. Okay, so I already know we're going to put dimensionals right about here and here. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. It's just always, if you, it makes it easier if you eyeball and know what you're going to do, right? Okay, this here, this here. Now, because this is going to be right in the middle, when we're going to go up here and we show, we're just going to have about this much hanging out, right? On both sides. So we are going to have to put some support right here in the middle, okay? Do like today where everything's going to be simple, so simple and dreamy. So we can take a little bit of time to just show you how the behind the scenes works, right? Okay, so now all I'm going to do is I'm going to take this here. I don't have to do the centerpiece yet, right? I'm just going to get this lined up right here on the side where I want it. And I'm going to eyeball it, right? I'm not going to like get out a measuring tape or anything. I could. Alright, let's do that there. I'm going to come over here and do the same thing on this side. Now, one thing, as I was just doing this and talking to you, is you know what? We're going to have to double stack that center. And I'll show you why in just a minute. So I get this one going here. I got shadow here. It's not a movie, it's just I got shadow going on here. Okay. Because it's deckled rectangle die, so it's going to have, everything's going to be a little uneven, right? Okay, as you can see, I did it where it's just barely going to give me a little bit of room, edge to edge, so guess what? We're going to tuck it in a little bit more. So just gently, alright? We're not going to yank it off like there's no tomorrow. We're just going to move it over. I should have measured that, right? So I don't really care how much I have from one side to the other. All I care about is when I flip it over, it's going to look about the same, okay? That's the main thing. But I will have to move these center ones, or I'll have to cut a little bit of this off. And it's easier for me to cut a little bit of this off. Okay, because it's all going to be hidden anyway. Alright, so I'm going to cut some of this off here, give me a little bit more flexibility. Right, so if something's not working for you, make it easy on you, okay? It's what it amounts to, is what's easiest for you. And I'm looking and I'm eyeballing. Okay, so I'm going to get that right there. Alright, so let's see how that looks now. Okay, so it gives me some more pink on each side. This one still looks a little bit more off. So again, just pull it off and I'll move it over. If I keep on doing this, I don't know what it's going to look like on the front there. Okay. Alright, let's see how that looks. Okay, that looks much better. Okay, so see, I still got my dreamy look. Now, it does look like I'm barely going to have some pink in here, which I'm okay with that. I just want the pink to really sort of pop, make the green pop, right? So, because I have a dimensional here and here, I'm going to put a dimensional on the back side here to lift this up on this here as well too, right? We talked about lifting it up. That means I'm going to have to double stack this one here. So double stacking is nothing more than we're just going to put another set of dimensionals on top, right? Because the fact is the way I've got this set up is so they'll have the same height, right? Otherwise the center is going to sink down. So what we're going to do is just take this off. Just pretend like it's paper, right? And then we're just going to stack this on top. And that's just called a double stack of dimensionals. And that way both will have the same height. I don't know if you don't have to get it perfectly on there, right? But just get it on there. All right. Get these off and we'll get this on. Trying to think if this one came with any ribbon or not. I just like the dreaminess of it, right? And part of it may be because it's just so hot here that maybe I'm just thinking of pretty dogwood flowers and everything in the springtime and all. Okay, so you can see that we got our height and everything else. Now, this is from the envelope. So when you saw that I had this cut out, I had started fussy cutting or hand cutting this out. And it really, for me, did not add anything, but we can maybe use this for the tag because I'm not going to waste my hand cutting, right? Fussy cutting. You know, some people are calling it manual cutting. Manual sounds very tedious, so I figured I like hand cutting better. My hand cut fabric, right? So, I've got two colors here just to show you. Both would go with this. The color that came with this kit was gray granite, but I just want to show you how much of a richer look I can get just by adding either this one here is old olive is the color, and then we have the little blocks from the kits in there, and then I'm going to do what I would tell you not to do. I'm fixing to stamp the same block in my mossy meadow, but I'm not really worried because it's a darker color, right? Let's see what I got going over here. Hello, Lourdes. So good to see you there. I hope you got your gift in the mail from your door prize. Alright, and this one is Mossy Meadow. Yes. So you can see it's a darker green. Both would go with it, but I was thinking the lighter one, Old Olive, is what I was thinking of. Either would work, right? I'm going to take this off so you can see how they both look. You can see how that really goes with that green there. And when I pull off this other one, you can see that's just a darker green. You've got the darker green here, right? So it's just a matter of preference. Now, what I was going to do with this here is I planned on tucking some flower or two behind here, right? Because I can. And since I didn't want to take away from the dreamy look there, I thought I could easily sit there and just do these flowers to the side, just like that. So that's what we're going to do. And I'm just going to cut them right here at the base, because I'm not going to waste the fact that I hand cut these, right? So like going outside and hand picking some flowers, I'm not going to waste it. Oh, good. Good, good, good. Well, I love that you guys follow us and keep up with us. It's always exciting to give away door prizes. So I'm just going to put mine to the side because I don't want to take away from the dreaminess of this. So all I'm going to do is I can do this with a glue dot. I could do it with glue too, but glue dot's just as easy. So we're going to actually put this on the front of the flowers, okay? Right, like this. And then we take that off and we just adhere the label to it. So you can see how any of this would be really just pretty for a treat box cover. So we'll do that next week. And I'm just going to put this like right here. You're simply the best. My flowers are going to be my accent there, right? And then I'm just going to take a dimensional, put it to the side here. And I've used up all these here, so guess what? We'll just tear... Yep, I've used up everything here. I'm just looking to make sure. Okay, now we go to put this down, all right? Because the fact that it's going to cross over. It's going to cross over just like this here. I'm going to put that dimensional on the right side here. Because the left side, because the right side's going to hang off. Okay, just like that. And it just helps pick up all those colors, and it doesn't take away from the dreamy look right here that I really wanted to capture. And there we go. That's just how simple it is. You need to create with it. You guys have got, you've got Labor Day weekend coming up. I don't know if you have to work or not, but maybe you and the kiddos can make something. So I'm just going to put these out here. Oops. Get our bling out here because it really picks up the colors really nicely, right? And there we go. That's how simple it is to make. And if you want Wink Stella, I think I would put my wink. I'm not going to do it on the dreamy side because I don't think of my dreamy side shimmering at me. But you might. It's up to you. Alright? It's your creation. Do what you want. So add a little Wink Stella here, there, and yonder because I can give it some sparkle to go with that dreamy effect. And there's our card. Just nice and simple. Right? Just nice and simple. I'm picking up all those colors. Hello, Victoria. Hi, Always so nice to see you guys. We need to get together and just create. Get a hold of Jennifer, or else call me directly. Call me directly, and we'll do something. How about that? We'll make a home decor. How about that if we made a home decor? Whoop, whoop. We'll do something. And then I'll find something for us to do. So I hope you enjoyed that, right? Because it's all about creating and sharing. Like I said, next week we'll sit there and we'll take what we've done here, use some other flowers, and we're going to make us a treat box. And I actually made this with a double bow. So here's what we've already created, right? We made our shaker card. I need some more shaker cards because they're just fun. And we got some more cards here that we've made in here, as well as our 3D project. So, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Love you guys. You guys are so much fun. We need to get together and create together. We have fun when we do that. So, just holler at me. Give me a call or text message me, and we'll get it together, all right? I'll have Zoe. Zoe will be here Labor Day weekend too, so if you guys want to, we can get together. All right, with that, have a very blessed and amazing week. Stay cool if you're in the south here with the hot weather, and other than that, be blessed. Be sure to support us by following us here on Facebook, and we're also on YouTube and Instagram. It all helps, right? Be blessed. Look forward to seeing you next week with Teach Me Nana. Bye.